Hello and welcome to the review of Tomb Raider. Okay guys, so no jokes. Let's begin this review with the biggest weapon of the new Tomb Raider, the gameplay. First off, let me start by saying that the controlling Lara Croft never felt better. Everything from aiming, running, and jumping, which is in my opinion one of the best jump animations I've seen since playing Uncharted 3, has been polished to the max in this game. No stiffness whatsoever, the gameplay is fluid, fast, and just beautiful to watch. Now another thing that actually quite surprised me was the camera. Now let's be honest guys, the back camera can be a game killer in some cases, but with Tomb Raider, it's actually quite opposite. The camera gives the game such charm and life that a lot of times you'll be left speechless at some scenes. For example, squeezing through tight areas, climbing, or just hanging from some edges or even cliffs is just a few things you'll be doing while the camera will be gracefully following you and it will be placed at a different angle every single time. And that's the thing with this new Tomb Raider, expect the unexpected. Just when you think everything is going well, things will change so quickly that you barely have the time to say, holy crap, this is awesome. A good example of these moments would be, for example, cutscenes or QuickTime events. And oh boy, let me tell you, there are many QuickTime events in this game. But I do have to say, for the first time, I'm not annoyed by them. Again, a very big reason because of that is the camera. Now it will put you in almost film-like state of mind, where you'll be watching a movie where all you have to do is press a certain button and extraordinary stuff will happen. It's just great. But if you miss the timing, or press the wrong button, you're in trouble. Actually, you're dead. And not just any kind of dead, but the incredibly violent kind of dead. You'll be crushed by boulders, shot by arrows, or even choked alive if you make a mistake. And trust me, every time you see one of those death scenes or cutscenes, you will know that they meant business when they made this game. Now this is not a pretty little bright Lara that's jumping around with a big ass smile on her face. No, this is a broken down, almost alive Lara that's ready to do anything that's necessary to stay alive. And I do mean anything. But we'll get to that later. Another thing that is a huge big step for the Tomb Raider in terms of gameplay is the combat. You'll be shooting people in their knees, and while they're crawling away from you, you'll be crushing their face with a rock. You'll be putting bullet holes in enemies with an old school machine gun and making those poor bastards your prey while you're silently stalking them and taking them away one by one with your bow. And the bow. If you didn't know, the bow is actually becoming kind of a popular weapon in video games. Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed 3, and Crysis 3, just to name a few. But I'm extremely glad to say that the bow in Tomb Raider beats them all. The sound, just the feel to it, everything. Honestly, I think the bow, I used it 90% of the time while actually playing this game. In my opinion, it's the best weapon in the game, hands down. It'll just get you a great feeling that you're actually playing a survival action adventure game. One more thing I would like to touch on in the terms of gameplay is the camping spot, or your upgrade spot. See, every time Lara sees a fire or sort of like a camp, she can rest there while upgrading one of her skills. Survivalist, Huntress, or straight up Brawler is just something you can choose from. Whether you want to be an expert salvager or a badass powerhouse, it's really up to you. And all of that is possible with a simple yet clever use of upgrade systems. Another thing you can upgrade are your weapons. More damage, faster reloading, sure, everything is possible. Just keep your eyes open for salvage grades, as they are the main key for making cool stuff even cooler. Guys, now you know the basic principles of the gameplay. But what about the visuals, you ask, the sound, or even the story? Well, Tomb Raider doesn't disappoint in any of those fields. The sound is amazing. The voice acting will actually make you connect with Lara, which is an awesome thing. The visuals are great. Honestly, I don't know who designed the levels, but they should get a freaking award for it. And just the very look of the game is overall great. I don't remember when was the last time I played a game that had me like crunching every time I looked down a cliff or an edge. The game does an extremely good job of making you experience the terror, which is height. I do also have to mention that this game has the best looking fire I've seen in a video game so far. And of course, Lara's model is done to be drop dead gorgeous. And well, all I can say is, good job guys, you did it. The last thing I want to talk about, and I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with, is the storyline. Now Lara, with her crew, gets shipwrecked on an unknown island, and their goal is simple: survive and get out. Now the story, even though it sounds okay, is actually quite amazing. You will get more twists and turns than any other Tomb Raider game ever had before, for sure. Without ruining the story for you guys, I will say only this: Lara Croft is broken. She's desperate, she's lost, and it's your job to help her rise from the ashes and become the powerhouse we all know and love. And while the story unfolds, that's exactly what you will see. Now, while doing this review, I do have to say that my biggest concern was that I wasn't going to do this game justice. Now, sure, I did say a lot of nice things about the game, and honestly, I can't find any flaws so far. That's why I didn't say any bad things. So I'm going to do a little special thing. I'm going to rate this game my personal favorite game of 2013 so far. Now, sure, there'll be a lot of great games coming out, but I know that we'll have to do a lot of good things to overtake Lara from her throne. So guys, get your snacks, food, drink stacks in place and be ready to be taken into an adventure that gamers haven't been able to experience for a long time. That's enough from me guys. Remember to subscribe if you like the video, and I will see you again shortly. Happy gaming. Sombrero out.